After almost a week of backroom talks, deliberation and one-on-one talks, three senior Congress leaders will finally take oath as the chief ministers of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Ashok Gehlot will be formally sworn in around 10 a.m. today in Jaipur, while Kamal Nath will be sworn in as the new chief minister of Madhya Pradesh for the first time. That ceremony is going to take place around 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. Bhupesh Baghel will take oath at around 4:30 p.m. in Raipur. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will attend all three ceremonies today.
Good governance, good governance, good governance. उसमें किसान की समस्या भी आती है, लोन माफ करना भी आता है, नौजवान को रोजगार की बात भी आती है, महंगाई की बात भी आती है, कानून व्यवस्था की बात भी आती है और करप्शन में अंकुश लगाने की बात आती है। मंत्रिमंडल बन जाएगा, सबकी सलाह से फिर काम करेंगे। कायदा होता है कि मंत्रिमंडल की सलाह से मुख्यमंत्री काम करता है, तो पहले मुझे मंत्रिमंडल का गठन करने दो, उसके बाद में जो जनहित में होगा, जो हमारा मैनिफेस्टो है, वो हमारी प्रायोरिटी रहेगी।
Well, I think it's a big day for us. It marks the beginning of a new era in Rajasthan. We're all very humbled and honoured to be given the opportunity to run the government in Rajasthan. Today's oath-taking ceremony is also indicative of the times to come, of the opposition coming together. And the DMK's announcement yesterday was also something that's very, very crucial and important for the months ahead.
Right, so you heard Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot, the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister of Rajasthan. They are both going to be sworn in today at around 10:15 a.m. in Jaipur. That ceremony will be attended by Rahul Gandhi. What we hear is that Ashok Gehlot oath-taking will be attended by several senior Congress leaders and hundreds of party workers as well. Joining me on the phone line, Santhya Gora joining us on the phone line. Santhya, now this is a very important ceremony that is going to take place in Jaipur because we know the kind of hectic deliberations that took place and the entire decision-making process. It seems that things have been resolved and finally we are going to see Ashok Gehlot for the third time taking over as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan.
Absolutely, Afrida, as you rightly mentioned, that how it was a time-taking process and efforts were put in to decide who is going to be the CM of Rajasthan. The election results were out on 11th of December. But it was till 14th December's evening that it was decided that Ashok Gehlot is going to be the Chief Minister of the state and Sachin Pilot is going to be the Deputy Chief Minister of the state. So that's why, of course, this oath ceremony is also something which will be witnessing the presence of not only Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, but also other senior leaders as well from Congress and other party workers as well. When the process of deciding the name for the CM was going on at that time, the supporters of Sachin Pilot were everywhere. They were vocal, they were very vibrant, they were chanting slogans. But on the other hand, supporters of Ashok Gehlot were there, but they were calm and composed as they got instructions from none other than Ashok Gehlot himself to not to create any trouble or to chant slogans in his favor unless the situation is clear. So that's something now the Ashok Gehlot supporters can freely celebrate and support their leader. So yes, they are also equally excited about it, and that's why the ceremony is going to be extremely colorful. And of course, a victory for CM Ashok Gehlot.
Yes.
He's going to rule the state for the third time, Afrida.
The big victory comes from the fact that they are taking over from the BJP. So that itself is something that gives the Congress party in Rajasthan a lot to cheer about. Let me go across now also to Govind Gurjar joining us from Bhopal. So Govind, Kamal Nath is scheduled to take oath at the iconic Lal Parade ground at 1:30 p.m. Give us a sense of the arrangements that are in place and what is happening on ground today in terms of the preparations for the oath-taking ceremony.
First, I just tell you, it's not in Lal Parade ground. It's changed now. It's transferred to the Jamhuri Maidan, which is bigger than lot bigger than the Lal Parade ground, because it is being expected that 1 lakh spectators will be there, and oath ceremony is all set to be just prepared there. Kamal Nath will be just taking the oath as a Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh in Jamhuri Maidan at 1:30. The program will start, and the main chief guest is being expected. Rahul Gandhi will be just attending this program. Especially 5 helipads have been just all set to be ready. One has been reserved for Rahul Gandhi to, and multi-layer security is there. After 11 o'clock, the restriction of the entry of human people is also there. The route diversion is also there. Number of dignitaries and big leaders are being expected to just attend this ceremony. So this is somewhat just trying to show that the big ceremony is just being organized in Bhopal.
Okay.
So this is exactly happening in Bhopal.
So it's going to happen in Jamhuri Maidan and not in Lal Parade, and massive arrangements there as well. In Madhya Pradesh, remember, 3 important states of the Hindi heartland is where the Congress takes over from the previous BJP governments. Chhattisgarh is the 3rd one. I have Tanima Bishwas joining me on the phone line. Tanima, Bhupesh Baghel, all scheduled to take the oath ceremony scheduled to take place at 4:30 p.m. Now, again, an important state where the Congress is, of course, going to be upbeat over the fact that this is a BJP bastion from where they take over.
Sida, as we know that the decision, of course, for Chhattisgarh came only yesterday in the evening, around mid-afternoon rather, where Bhupesh Baghel was announced as the Chief Minister to take over as the next Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. This, of course, when we spoke to Mr. Baghel right after the huge win that Congress managed to bag in that state, he, of course, said that in case he takes over as the Chief Minister, the first thing that he will prioritize would be farmer issues and waiving of farm loans. That is something that he had in fact been working on, and that he felt that as a state Congress president, that is something which should be prioritized. Today, of course, we are going to see him taking the oath as the next Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh at 4:30 in the evening. Yesterday, Mr. P.L. Punia and Mallikarjun Kharge, who had flown down to Raipur, made the announcement about his chief ministership. Of course, the rest of the details about who will be part of his cabinet or who will be the deputy chief minister, that is a decision that will be taken in the days to come by Mr. Baghel and other senior leaders of the Congress. But nonetheless, Mr. Baghel, who had in fact been pipped as one of the main front runners to take over as the new chief minister of Chhattisgarh by the Congress, has finally his name has been announced, and we are going to see that oath-taking ceremony today, where other opposition leaders, besides Rahul Gandhi as the Congress president, other opposition leaders are also expected to be present.
Right, all important opposition leaders, and of course Rahul Gandhi will be in attendance, as Tanima is reporting there. Tanima, talking about the victory in Chhattisgarh, this is one state where it has been rather smooth sailing, isn't it, for the Congress party? 68 seats where the party won in Chhattisgarh. So that again gives enough reason to celebrate today, even as Bhupesh Baghel takes over.
That's right. In fact, even when we were reporting on the elections at that point in time, on just a day ahead of the counting day, we had spoken to Congress leaders, and they themselves estimated that they'll probably just cross 50 seats or, be able to bag 52 seats in total. But the overwhelming majority that they got of 68 seats out of the 90 seats, even that was something that even the Congress in Chhattisgarh had not anticipated. And it was a huge thumbs down for the Raman Singh government, which had been ruling the state for 15 years. In fact, even after that, the BJP, there was a lot of murmurs in the BJP camp that Raman Singh most likely will not be appointed as the leader of the opposition in the assembly after that humiliating loss that they faced in the state. But nonetheless, of course, for Mr. Bhupesh Baghel, he had been largely credited with mobilizing the ground forces, the party workers, and having motivated them to actually work hard and of course come up with such an incredible result in the state, probably the most decisive victory that Congress has had.
Compared to Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh in particular, this was rather smooth. And like you said, to dislodge a heavy weight like Raman Singh is something that the party is going to really cheer about as the oath-taking ceremony takes place today in Chhattisgarh at 4:30 p.m. Thanks for joining us, Tanima, with your inputs on the story.